Talk to me about the World Health Organization, their pandemic preparedness treaty, and how, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is involved with that. And Bill Gates currently, has he changed his posture? Has he doubled down? What do we need to be concerned about with these organizations over the next couple of years?
Well, I am celebrating my emotional victory lap, as you know, Brian. People were pretty sure that by Memorial Day, we were going to actually have that treaty signed. It was all guns blazing. Everybody was pretty sure it was going to get closed out. And there are certainly people who would legitimately suggest that my voice had something to do with making that slightly more problematic than it was supposed to be. I can assure you that platforms like London Real, platforms like Mickey Willis's ongoing insistence on getting the word out, the amazing work of the ICS, the International Crisis Summit Group, which hosted the events that I did in the European Union Parliament back a year ago. The sum of those things had an effect. And I remind people all the time, everybody who likes to sit there and get morose about how powerful the forces of the Bill Gateses of the world are and all the dark lords that are running the world, I like to celebrate the victories that we do get, because this was a big victory. Scuttling the ability for the world to actually sign that treaty was a fabulous slowdown in the longer march to the suppression of humanity. And I think that what we're doing is introducing enough doubt into the minds of nation states right now that a number of them are going, this might be an overreach. But let's set the treaty aside for a second, and let's go back to the issue that I've tried to raise now several times. And I did it very recently in London, as you know. The World Health Organization is a criminal organization, and we need to call it what it is. It started off in the beginning of the past century as the Opium Board. And I want you to just kind of sit with that. The Permanent Opium Board. That's what the World Health Organization was before rebranded. Now, if that sounds like a health organization, you're already delusional. What that was the British East India Company legacy playing itself forward. And it was actually, as you know, after the Chinese disputes around the opium trade in the 1800s, where we decided to actually create a criminal cabal, not unlike OPEC, but it was for heroin and opium. Call it what it is. These are criminals. And it turns out that they decided to domicile in Switzerland because they actually wanted to get immunity from prosecution. And Switzerland had the neutrality laws that made it most favorable. And when they wrote their charter, they said they were immune from criminal behavior. So giant shock. It's a criminal organization. It's like the mob writing its own constitution, going, well, we're going to be the mob. We're going to write our own constitution, and you're not going to be able to investigate us regardless of what we do because we said so. And the rest of the world just nods their head and goes, oh, okay, yeah, you said so. At no point, by the way, is any of what I just said legal, but in fact, it is now law. Switzerland now defends the World Health Organization, and a criminal organization is running inside of Switzerland. And the Swiss are actually complicit in global acts of terrorism by virtue of shielding and harboring terrorists. I think we should actually start calling for Switzerland to be declared a terrorist state. Why not? We actually talk about state-sponsored terror everywhere else. Why is it that we don't talk about state-sponsored terror in Switzerland? And why shouldn't we? Because they're harboring one of the largest lethal organizations on earth. The religion of that organization, which leads to global terror, is a religion called allegedly public health. But public health is neither public nor health. It is the advancement of drug industry activism and drug industry interests. And it is that sole purpose for which the criminal organization and the criminal cartel is established. So let's start a campaign where we actually label Switzerland what it is, the state sponsor of terror, which has killed more people than all of the Islamic movements, all of the craziness that's come out of other extremist programs, all of those things combined.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?